to live on the road for a while. I already live in a sailboat, now I'm going to live in my Jeep. My name is Jake, Jacob Randall Wettern. I was born in New London, Wisconsin, October of 1991. I grew up out in the country, and that's where my dad showed me all about the outdoors. He was a huge outdoorsman, fishing, trapping, hunting, chopping wood to heat the house I grew up in. That's where I fell in love with the outdoors and camping, and now I am doing that basically full-time as my living, making videos about living and traveling out of a Jeep on the road, and it's taking me all over the country. I'm currently working on a 50-state road trip that has now been on hold for 6 months because of this project, stretching the Jeep 3 feet. I'm building the Jeep of my dreams. We're extending it so that it has a full 6-foot bed for me to sleep in, and for Kinsey and all the dogs, 3 dogs and 2 people, to full-time travel and live out of a Jeep. I love traveling. I love experiencing new environments. Change your environment and watch it change you is what I've experienced on this trip. Everywhere I went left me with something. Every person I met left me with something. We want to get back on the road, and I got 38 more states to go on this 50-state road trip. But the reality is we're doing a huge project. We're building a Jeep that's completely custom. Travis is working on it in between a construction job. This is a build that I never thought we'd be doing so early on. Doing it now though puts us in a really good position so we can continue on the road doing it the right way. Because I've tried a lot of different configurations on Jade. Started off with a cot inside of Jade, no passenger seat, so I could fit a 6-foot cot in there and sleep in there.
I give you the $35 Walmart rollback special, Ozark Trail, aluminum built, color purposely picked to match the Jeep, freaking cot.
I could pull over anywhere. Walmart parking lots, urban settings, drove around the country, couldn't find anything. Ended up at a Walmart parking lot. Sides of the road, country roads, or even out in national forests, campgrounds, things like that. I've been able to do all of it with a setup like that because there's no setup time, there's no pack up time, your bed's always made, you always have protective shelter, hard doors. It's the most secure, most efficient way to do it in a vehicle on the road. I think it's important that I started off with a basic design that anyone can do. Costs, $50. It's good to start with a little first. Baby steps. So this is important. I've tried very bare bones setup with sometimes having half doors on, no top, just a piece of plywood to sleep on a roof rack. That was more of the Hollywood style, this badass Jeep, no doors, all rugged, axe on the side, and we literally did that for 7 months. But the elements eventually kick your ass, and the reality is if you're gonna continue to do a setup like that, you need a little bit more security. That's why we're here. We're gonna have a full hard top. We're gonna have a full 6-foot bed that's always set up. We're gonna have great functionality too, having the fridge slide out on the side, the grill slide out on the side without ever having to open up the back of the vehicle. So this downtime allows for improvements, replacing the weak Dana 35 rear axle with a Dana 44, getting the gears lowered from 410s to 488s, taking care of all the essentials, building a structurally tougher Jeep than the last version, which was falling apart honestly from the wear and tear of trying to live out of it for 3 years with all my gear and everything like that. All of this is a product of continuing to work towards something that I found meaningful. And at the end of the day, I'm just living out of the Jeep traveling, but at the same time, it's some guy who decided to live his dream, and that's really what it is. The domino effect of putting plans in motion. I never knew what would transpire from the actions, but since I was working towards them, it started branching off in all these directions I never thought was possible. So it's pretty simple. It doesn't really matter about the Jeep, doesn't matter about the traveling and all that. Apply it to your life, whatever you have interest in, and start applying and working towards accomplishing that goal. I'm gonna end this video with some thank yous. First off, to all my Patreon supporters, any and all who've ever donated and supported, and obviously of course to all of you who are watching, sharing, liking the videos. Lastly, I need to thank Travis Danes and his entire family for how much support and help they've given us. We've been living in their driveway for 6 months. I don't know if he knew how much he was getting himself into. He's put in so much time and effort, and I think he's doing an incredible job. Spencer, his son, has also helped us out so much, not only with Jade but also with the Cherokee, because the Cherokee that we got had a bunch of issues with it, and it still has some issues, and Spencer just helped us out with pretty much everything. This entire trip, what I've been able to do is 100% a group effort. It's not just from my actions, but it's from the accumulation of everyone's support. That is the reason why I've been able to continue to do what I do and live out of a Jeep for the last 3 years. So to all of you, thank you guys so much.
So catch